Good Wednesday, everyone. I'm Cyrus Webb, and welcome to Conversation Daily News. Glad you all could be with us. Well, we made it to the first hump day of the month of May, and May 1st, so welcome to a brand new month. But of course, you have your news headlines coming up on this Wednesday. I have a message from my book, Words That Choose to Live By, and this is Entertainment Spotlight. You're part of my conversation with Candace Frazier, also known as Candace the Corporation, talking about her entrepreneurial journey. You don't want to miss that. Enjoy today's broadcast. For Conversation Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your Wednesday headlines. In national news, Hakeem Jeffries vows to save Speaker Mike Johnson from Marjorie Taylor Greene's motion to vacate, says Axios. House Democratic leadership on Tuesday confirmed what has been long rumored. If Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene introduces a motion to oust Speaker Mike Johnson, they will help kill it. Why it matters? It could be the nail in the coffin for Greene's motion to vacate, which has already struggled due to a lack of Republican support. What they're saying, says Axios, we will vote to table Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene's motion to vacate the chair, Jeffries and his deputies said in a statement. If she invokes the motion, it will not succeed, they said. The Democratic leaders pointed to the foreign aid bill package earlier in the month of April. Upon completion of our national security work, the time has come to turn the page on this chapter of pro-Putin Republican obstructionism, they said. By the numbers, just 2 right-wing House Republicans have signed on to Greene's motion to vacate, enough to remove Johnson. Only virtually every Democrat voted with them. But Democrats have long said they would rescue Johnson if he passed a Ukraine aid bill, which is exactly what happened just days before April ended. There is also significant discomfort among Democrats with the idea of again joining the GOP's right flank to topple a speaker. Democrats did it with Kevin McCarthy, but say the former House Speaker was uniquely untrustworthy in a way that Johnson isn't. Democrats also don't want to see a repeat of the chaos of last fall's Speaker vacancy. From the very beginning of this Congress, House Democrats have put people over politics and found bipartisan common ground with traditional Republicans in order to deliver real results, the Democratic leaders said. At the same time, House Democrats have aggressively pushed back against MAGA extremism. We will continue to do just that, they said. In more national news, Cuba-Gooding-Jr. says role as drug dealer turned Christian reflects own redemption story. Over his decades-long career, Cuba-Gooding-Jr. has played a wide range of characters, from disgraced athlete O.J. Simpson to Rod Tidwell and Jerry Maguire, earning him an Academy Award. But according to the 56-year-old actor, his latest role, a drug dealer turned Christian in The Firing Squad, is one of the most impactful he's ever tackled. After living through the pandemic and all the wars that we're going through, it's time to get back to God, Gooding Jr. told an interviewer. I got the script sent to me for this film, and it hit me so powerfully that these men had nothing to live for, but found faith in the darkest times in their life in a jail cell. They were able to face the inevitable with dignity and pride. From filmmaker Tim Shea and starring Kevin Sorbo, Gooding, and James Barrington, The Firing Squad is based on the true story of 3 men facing execution. As the moments leading to their deaths unfold, a series of unexpected events begin to reveal the profound impact of faith and its ability to offer hope in the darkest times. In entertainment news, Mary-J-Blige says she's going to retire from music in 5 or 6 years, says People magazine. The 9-time Grammy winner also shared that she plans to do some more acting. Mary-J-Blige is sharing her retirement plans with People magazine. The R&B icon, 53, revealed in a new interview published on April the 29th that she is looking to retire from the music industry in 5 or 6 years. Right now, I'm definitely going to do some more acting, and I'm definitely going to retire in like 5 or 6 years, Blige, who has had roles in The Umbrella Academic and Screen Resurrection, told Extra. Right now, I'm still doing what I'm doing, but not as often as I was doing it because I don't have to now. When it comes to the music she is currently making, Blige says she is singing about life, love, being stable, and understanding you can have things like love, you can have a good life. Mostly the love I have for myself, she told Extra. My real love is me, and I found it. But while the singer may be looking to the end of her hugely successful music career, which has spanned over 3 decades, her achievements have still been coming thick and fast, including her induction in the 2024 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Blige was announced as an inductee along with Cher, Dave Matthews, Foreigner, Peter Crampton, Kool and the Gang, Ozzy Osbourne, and A Tribe Called Quest on American Idol on April the 21st. Sharing her reaction to the news, Blige said she is still trying to process everything. And finally, in business news, an ugly April for Wall Street got even worse as it crossed the finish line, says the Associated Press. More worries about inflation and interest rates staying high knocked the U.S. stocks lower on Tuesday as the market closed out its worst month since September of last year, says the Associated Press. The S&P 500 was down 1% in late trading and on track to lose out on its first losing month in the last 6. Its momentum slammed into reverse in April, falling as much as 5.5% at one point after setting records through the early part of the year. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's on time for our message from my book, Words I Choose to Live By. Enjoy. Good Wednesday, everyone. I'm Cyrus Webb, and welcome to Words I Choose to Live By. The enemy will go out of his way to block you from your blessings. Take the stumbling blocks and use them as stepping stones for your good. If you can do that through every dark valley, you will be able to see the light. Have a great Wednesday. We are part of my conversation coming up with Candace Frazier in today's Entertainment Spotlight. Stay with us. You're listening to Conversations Daily News. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with Entertainment Spotlight. Candace Frazier, also known as Candace the Corporation, joined me on Conversations Live, the radio show, to talk about what it's been like for her to motivate and empower others. Here's a bit of our conversation.
Candace, thank you again for dropping by. I really appreciate the time.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, the pleasure's definitely all mine, Candace. So, Candace, you have been able to do a lot of things that are not only making an impact in the lives of others, but also reminding people of what's possible, which for me is so important. What has that been like for you? I know you stay busy, but what has it been like for you to kind of step back and to think about all the great things that you've been able to do?
Well, when I step back and think about it, I honestly, with my perfectionism, I just want to do more. I want to do more to help the community. I want to do more to help people that remind me of myself and how I got started, so that I can make a greater impact on the world.
Got you. Well, I think, people who look at you right now, Candace, will say, wow, I've always wanted to do this. I always wanted to do that. And she's actually doing it. And I was saying to you before we went live here that a lot of people who may have great intentions, but the actions don't always match. So I want to ask you, have you always been a person that not only saw a problem, but wanted to be a part of the solution for it?
Well, yes, I have. A lot of the things that I do in the services that I offer through the corporation, those were things that came naturally to me. And the other things, they actually were how I was able to fulfill some of the needs that I needed to meet for my personal life. And then once I learned how to do those things, I wanted to teach others how to do those things as well, so that they could reach their goals in their personal lives.
Yeah. And I think that aspect of teaching is something that definitely comes through, and you've been able to make it fun as well. I mean, you're utilizing the platforms that all of us are on. I noticed when I was prepping for this segment, Candace, of course, you're using social media, being able to, show your personality, but also to show your expertise. What has that been like for you?
Yes.
To reach people where they are and to be able to connect with them to show them what they can do?
It's been a very rewarding experience, and I'm also thankful that social media reaches such a broad audience.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning in to this edition of Conversations Daily News. I'll be back on tomorrow's more news, a message from my book, Words I Choose to Live By, and of course, your Entertainment Spotlight. Until then, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Daily News today. Let us go make today amazing. Take care.